Hey guys, this is Dennis, the founder of Think Hero.
And I'm David Griffin, your resident comic book and video game guru.
And this is our review of True Detective Episode 7.
After You've Gone.
Which is the second to last episode.
The penultimate,
Yep.
as some would call it. Yes.
Yeah, I love this episode.
Yes.
I thought it was great, especially because, you know, this series is very dense. There's a lot of information going on, a lot of character names, victim names, case names, locations, all that stuff. And in this episode, we finally are starting to put the pieces together about who's, you know, because sometimes you get a little lost. You're like, what, who's doing what? And this one kind of starts to put the puzzle a little together.
You see the Tuttle family, their lineage, and my family's been here for a long time. You know, so I mean, you see all the pieces come together from the man with the scars, who's a little hillbilly, got Forrest Gump mowing his grass out there, to I don't know, it's Billy Joe Dean and Billy Bob, Tuttle, who's one's not the governor, but like one's a senator. One's a big time, the Reverend, like a lot of money, that huge mansion that he broke into. Which was I guess we did have a little flashback this one. We got to see Matthew McConaughey break into the guy's house, as he's talking to sorry, not Cole, but Hart, talking to Hart. And let's start there. Let's talk about his little garage. That was interesting. Little storage shed. Little storage area.
Well, you find out what he's been doing for the last 2 years. I had assumed that he had been doing it for like
you go to Alaska or something, do some
last
fishing.
10 years. Yeah, he went to Alaska for a while, and he came back. Right. And we learned, that Hart. I mean, we already knew Hart was off the police force, but we kind of find out why, which is really gross, sickening, sad story.
Put a baby in a microwave.
I'm sure that
awful
stuff is true.
Right. Yeah.
It's I don't even want to think about it.
That was too bad. That was sad. Yeah.
But speaking of the Tuttles, the man with the scar.
Right.
We saw him in episode, I think, 3.
Okay.
And he was in front of that one school that they were.
Oh, because he cuts all the grass.
Yes.
He mows the lawn. Yeah, he cuts the grass.
And we didn't notice his scars because I actually looked back on the episode. And
you can't see his scars?
You can't, because he's got a beard going.
Oh.
And the conversation with Matthew McConaughey's character Rust at that time, it was very short. He'd come there. This is before he went inside and looked.
Right.
They got there. He started to ask a few questions. And you kind of see him. Also, he's from the side.
Yeah, right.
And so you don't really see that. And then he gets called away really quickly because that's when they found out about Ledoux.
Well, even at the end, I didn't know that was a man with scars. Now, this episode, the reason why is because I was watching it. I was laying in bed and watching it on my Kindle, and it's clear, but I don't think the high definition was quite as clear as it is on my TV. So I had to rewind it and kind of hold it up, and I was like, oh, there are scars there.
Yeah, there are some scars. Yeah. It's not quite as pronounced as.
He's not like a spaghetti man, but from a little girl's point of view, he's going to be a spaghetti man. That's going to be scary.
Yes. Yeah. So with that, I love that ending. I love the song that they played at the end. I looked it up. It was a Townes Van Zandt.
Yeah.
The song's called Lungs. I love that ending, and so now we know who this man with the scars is, and he obviously plays a big role. He's not the Yellow King, but he's somebody that's around this kind of ritualistic cult killing.
Right. Yeah. He's a part of it, and it starts at the very top with his family, the senator. Rich, big house, all that kind of stuff. What I really like is how the show does is it's HBO. It's dark. We're gonna have the nudity, we're gonna have the violence, but it's not as gory as I would have thought it was gonna be. It's not Hannibal, which is super bloody. This is for instance, there was this very dark scene. Watching Hart watch that little girl. I don't know what they did with her. Who can only imagine? It's all imagination, which is even almost worse.
I think that's why
than actually seeing it.
It's so effective.
And then the stuff with the baby, they don't show the gore. Of course, they're not going to show a scene with a little girl like that. But I mean, that imagination, our heads, they play with that, and it's scary, and it's a really good job without no gore.
This was the creepiest episode for me so far.
Yeah.
Just because with the whole the baby thing, they didn't show that, but they hint at it, and with that scene with the videotape in the storage locker, and then even when they go investigate and question the ex-mate.
Yeah.
and she's like talking about Carcosa.
Death is not the end.
Carcosa, yeah, like all
She's
that.
crazy.
Just really creepy stuff.
Right, and like so she knows something.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, oh, she's going crazy. No one makes any sense. And Woody Harrelson's like, made perfect sense to me. I mean, she's losing it, and it's really good. I'm glad I think we knew this. I'm glad that we've now confirmed that Matthew McConaughey's character Rust is not. He did not kill, these people. This is a bigger, which I'm glad. This is what I wanted to see.
I'm glad that Rust and Hart, unless they flip a 180 in this finale, because that's not what this show isn't about, secret twists. I think
it's not really. It is a whodunit, but it's not really a whodunit.
Yeah, someone had commented on Twitter. It's like, oh, what if Hart and Cole are actually the same person? It's
right,
no, I don't want to. That's lame. I don't want to see that.
Right.
I don't want.
I don't want any hey at the very end.
Yeah.
This show just doesn't seem like it's gonna go in that direction. I hope it doesn't.
No, I hope it doesn't either. And I'm glad that we got to see Rust and Hart back together again. And it's funny because both their lives are really, really sad at this point.
Oh, yeah.
In 2012, they don't have neither one of them has anything going on.
I love that conversation they had. There's Rust even asked, Hart, he's like, so how's life? You got a girl? He's like, wait, I don't think you've ever asked me how my life is. It's just, they don't have anything. They're just they showed McConaughey at home, eating his little hungry man dinner, drinking a beer and watching TV. It's just kind of, they're both just lived really depressing
And he hasn't
lives.
seen his kids for a while. You can tell when he visits his ex-wife.
Oh, who's living large, by the way. Living large. That was great seeing Michelle Monaghan visit Russ at his bar. And he's like, get the hell out of here. Oh, yeah, he's bitter. He's still bitter. He's like, you're classing up the place. Get out of here. That was a nice little scene. I hope that if they both survive the finale, that maybe they'll find some measure of peace.
I don't know.
I don't think that's going to happen. That's too neat.
I don't think this show is that. There's only one episode left, and there's still a lot of questions to be answered, and I don't think the show is going to tie everything that you want up.
Which is fine. That's fine.
I don't think it's going to tie the characters up either. I don't, one may die, two may die, maybe.
One may be shocked to see whatever they find, may just destroy them mentally. I mean, who knows?
I don't think it's going to end well for anybody.
No, not at all. These guys have not been doing well over the last, I guess they broke up in 2002? Mm-hmm. So, last 10 years they've been struggling.
Also, if, McConaughey's character, Rust, he basically said, after we do this, I'm going to kill myself. That's basically what he said.
Yeah, he's like, we have what he kept saying, you have a debt or something. He kept saying the word, you have an obligation. Like, you have to do this. Like, you need to do this with me. And like this. So
but then he says, after he's done, I'm going to tie it off.
Well,
speaking about his own life.
And even Hart, Woody Harrelson's character, when he's talking to Monaghan, she says, the way you're talking to me, you're acting like you're saying goodbye, like I'm not going to see you again. And he doesn't say anything, but I mean, I think he knows this could be it. I mean, they're going into the lion's den. I mean, who knows what they're going to see,
Well, I think for him, though, it's like, this is a dangerous situation. I may die or go to prison or something like that. With Rust, he's saying, after we solve this case, because I think he's confident that they're going to solve it and everything, that he's just going to off himself.
Yeah, life's over. I'm done.
Because that's the only thing basically in his life remaining.
It's all that's left is just to kill himself.
Yeah.
Poor guy. But this show it's been great. It's been a fun ride. It's been one of the more interesting television series I've seen in a while. We'll see how it all ends out. I'm not going to go so far as this is like the best series I've seen in a long time. I mean, this is a very good anthology. This is much stronger than American Horror Story. Mm-hmm. Let's talk anthologies. I'm saying this is much stronger. I'm not going to compare it to like Breaking Bad because that's like a whole 5 seasons. This is one 8-episode run, so I guess it's more of a mini series or anthology. This is much stronger than American Horror Story, I think, from the beginning.
Definitely
much stronger.
I mean, the season finale has to totally just tank or just totally suck for me to be like, oh, screw this show.
And HBO's not showing it to anybody. I know critics haven't even seen it yet. So
I think my expectations are maybe too high for this finale.
I know. That's what I'm trying to
temper them.
I'm gonna have to try to temper it a lot. 'Cause I don't want to be like, this is gonna be the greatest thing ever. Like I need to be like, okay, this is a show. It's gonna end, and I'm gonna have to take it. Like it's gonna be tough. It's hard. I mean, we're get excited. Dennis and I still geek out. We watch a lot of TV, see a lot of movies, but we still geek out about things.
Yeah. All right. So that's what we thought of the episode. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen in the final episode? You can post your comments below on the website, thinkhero.com, or on our YouTube channel, Think Hero Pro. Make sure to subscribe to that.
Yeah, or come check us out on Twitter. Come check out Dennis and I. Let us know what you think of the show. Are you still with it? Or are you loving it more from the beginning, loving it more now? Are you still loving it the same as you always have? We can find us at Think Hero. I'm at Griffin DE.
And we also have a Facebook page. That's facebook.com/ThinkHeroFans. And make sure you like that page and share our videos on Twitter and other social networking.